National Ramp is the premier ramp manufacturer in America, and we bring you Made in the USA ramp solutions. Here we will demonstrate how to build the Liberty Series aluminum ramp in a right turn out to a switchback configuration. Each ramp system is shipped with a packing list. Be sure to check that all items listed are present before starting the installation. Today we'll be building a right turn out to a switchback ramp. It is also recommended to recheck field conditions to make sure nothing has changed since the evaluation. This way you can make an adjustment before starting. Here is the new elbow. Note in this video in some segments the older version may have been used. In the hardware bag, you will find the 3/8 inch bolts, flange nuts, and driller screws you need for the installation of the ramp. First, orient the starting platform on the sawhorses with the tongue side towards the door. Insert the universal brackets into the channel with the bolt already in the hole and then slide the second bolt into the bottom of the bracket. Universal brackets are used for attaching legs, handrails, and T-posts to the platform and ramp sections. Make sure to insert all of your needed universal brackets before you begin attaching any of the components. Once all of the universal brackets are in place in the channels, you can attach the handrails. Because the platform rail has a toe guard, you can't attach the leg first. To get the leg height, take a measurement from the bottom of the footplate to the platform's travel surface, not to the top of the toe guard. Make sure the legs are plumb and square. At this inside corner, you will install a T-post to fill the gap between the house and the ramp. Check to make sure that the T-post is plumb. With the platform in position, adjust the legs as needed to make sure the platform is level. Up to 1 degree of variance is okay to allow water or melting snow to run off. Now you will work on a 5-foot ramp section. Add 3 universal brackets to the ramp side channel. 2 of the universal brackets will be used for the handrail and 1 closest to the ramp groove will be used for the leg. All hardware will be hand tightened on the handrails. For a ramp that is installed at a 1 to 12 ADA compliant slope, you can set your legs 1 inch shorter for every foot of ramp length. Once the legs and handrails are on, you will now bring the section in and connect it to the platform. Adjust the legs as needed to make sure it is level side to side and confirm the slope of the ramp is 4.8 degrees running lengthwise down the ramp. Like the previous section installed, now you will put your universal brackets on for the legs and handrails. For ramp sections that are 6 feet or less in length, you will only need 3 universal brackets for each side. For ramp sections that are 8 feet or longer in length, you will need 5 universal brackets per side to support the extra handrail post and leg needed in the middle of the ramp section. Carry the ramp over and hook the tongue into the groove of the previous section. Adjust the leg height as needed. The 5x8 switchback is made with one 4x5 and one 5x4 platform. Starting with the 4x5 platform, add on universal brackets for the handrails and legs. Attach the handrails for the outside corner of the platform and roughly set the leg height. Once the handrails and legs are on, hook the tongue of the platform into the groove of the previous ramp section. Level the platform. Repeat the process with a 5x4 platform. Add the universal brackets, handrails, and legs. To install the switchback bracket, first place the bolt into the hole of the bracket before sliding it into the channel of the 4x5 platform. Then, pre-drill and place screws into the bracket to secure it in place. Now you are able to install a leg on the inside corner of the switchback platform. Set the 5x4 platform into position. You are now ready to place the final ramp section with the bottom transition plate added. Slide the bottom transition plate onto the groove side of the ramp. There is a little bit of flex in the bottom transition plate so it meets the ground. The last section only needs universal brackets for handrails, as legs are not needed unless there is a cross slope. You may now put the handrails on. Now that the ramp has been installed, you will double check that the pitch is correct before you go ahead and tighten the handrails. One way to check the pitch is with the string method. You connect the string at the top and run it to the bottom of the ramp run. If the string is touching the side rail, it will need to be adjusted so that the string is parallel to the top of the side rail. Another way to check the ramp pitch is to look at the angle of the gap in between the ramp sections. If the angle is uneven, then the pitch is off. Here's how to install the elbow. Remove the two halves of the elbow from the packaging. One half will have the nut and bolt to join the two halves. Insert the bottom half of the elbow into the railing. Lock the elbow into the handrail by tightening the Allen bolt. Repeat for the top half of the elbow into the adjoining handrail. Check the alignment and join the two halves using the provided nut and bolt. When you start connecting handrails, begin at the top of the ramp and work towards the bottom. Do not work from both ends at the same time, as you may come up short in the middle. Once the corner elbow is secured, you can go ahead and tighten the platform handrails. Insert the straight connectors into the top and bottom rails of the first section of the ramp run. Pull the second railing towards the first. Repeat for all ramp sections in the ramp run. Now that handrails and the ramp run are connected, move to the platform to ramp connection at the top of the ramp run and insert the upper railing elbow. Once you have the upper railing elbow installed, measure and cut for the lower railing. Anchor the elbow against the platform handrail and make a mark where the ramp handrail needs to be trimmed. Clear all burrs after trimming. Once you have the elbow in place, you can tighten the handrails on the ramp run. After the straight connectors on the inside ramp run have been inserted, fit the top T-post into the ramp section handrails using elbows. Use a square or right angle to make sure the rails are 90 degrees to each other. You may need to cut the T-post to get a 90-degree fit. Once T-post elbows are installed, tighten the handrails on the ramp run. Now on the switchback platform, you will start with the elbows connecting the two outside corner handrails. Moving up the ramp, you will need to cut and fit the platform handrails to meet the ramp handrails on the outside of the platform. Once the elbows are inserted, you can tighten the handrail post on the platform. Once the platform handrails have been secured, you are ready for the filler pipe connections. After the straight connectors on the inside ramp run have been inserted, fit the top to the ramp section using handrails. Use a carpenter's square or right angle to make sure the rails are 90 degrees to each other. You may need to cut this to get a 90-degree fit. Repeat this process for the lower handrail. Position the toe guard across the inside of the platform and secure with driller screws. Connect the end loops next. Insert the metal rail connectors into the end of the ramp handrail. Attach the end loop and tighten the connectors with an Allen key. Always make sure the set screw on the connector is pointing down, so you can't feel it when you run your hand along the handrail. The end loops are secured tight when there is no gap between the end loop and handrail. Now that you are finished connecting and securing the handrails, you will put leg caps on all legs and the corner covers on the platforms. For the corner covers, you can put a dab of glue inside to prevent someone from kicking them off. Any open handrails should be capped. Secure each leg by pre-drilling through the leg into the universal bracket and inserting a driller screw to lock it in place. The ramp and platform brackets are used as an added security to prevent ramps and platforms from disconnecting. It does not take the place of leg supports. Please note the following when installing the ramp and platform brackets. Orientation of the tongue and groove with respect to the orientation of the bracket, which holes to use when screwing in bracket. Improper bracket orientation and/or screw install will result in an ineffective installation. Platform to platform. Orient the bracket according to the configuration you are installing, then rotate and insert the bracket into the side channel. Fasten bracket onto ramp or platform side rail using number 10 3/16 inch by 3/4 inch drilling screw. While the installation steps remain the same, it is important to identify your exact bracket configuration. Please pay attention to the differences in the following configurations. Ramp to platform. Note how the bracket goes under the ramp run, locking it in place. For added ease of installation, you can pre-drill. Ramp to ramp. Notice how the bracket slides in the ramp run channel, locking them together. Platform to ramp, outside corner. See the bracket lock under the platform channel. Ramp to platform inside corner. Bracket fits under the lip of the platform channel, securing them. Pull/push up on tongue side of the ramp or platform to verify install. A successful install will not allow the tongue to disengage from the groove. Now that the ramp is complete, check for anything that doesn't seem secure. Walk up and down the ramp to listen for any loose bolts and feel for anything that is sharp. Thank you for working with National Ramp and providing someone with their freedom now.